Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Sylvia and I make videos on planning with the occasional review. Planning has always been my way of working out problems and solving the day-to-day issues in my life. Join me as I experiment on how to best tackle projects, figure out how to stick with habit tracking, and celebrate the wins, both big and small. So grab a cup or a glass of whatevs and let's get on with the video. Planner friends, a new planner for 2024. I'm not going to say it's my last. I'm not going to say anything about that because things change and life happens. Who knows? Anyway, this is my new planner for 2024. So this is number 2. If you're keeping count, don't keep count. This is number 6501. Now, I have a struggle with this number because at some point I heard that this number, the first 2, basically was like the layout, and the second 2 was actually the color, and the color is black. I don't know that that's true because I feel like I saw this planner in brown and it had none of these numbers, but it did have the same layout. So let me know down below if you know. I'm going to look more into that. I thought I was going to have more time. This planner actually, I bought it on Amazon, but it said it was shipping from Amazon Japan, which is pretty awesome because when you buy from Amazon Japan, even if you are a Prime user, you have to pay that shipping and handling, and this way I didn't. So this whole planner cost me 24 bucks, and I thought for 24 bucks, hell yes, I am going to try out a Nolty for 2024. So the layout, as you can see here, is a vertical weekly layout with time blocking, which is something that I want to use in 2024. It's something I have used in the past in the Jibun Techos. And I would say very much so that this planner is comparable to the Jibun Techo Lite, which I've never actually owned, but it just has no muss, no fuss. It's just a straight up planner and it doesn't have any like extra anythings really. This probably actually has more pages in the back than the Jibun Techo Lite, but again, I've never owned that. So the cover here is very much a just a cheap pleather type of cover, and it's not even a good one. I don't think that I'm going to keep this cover on here, but I am happy that it did come with one in case I don't buy one to put on here for later. I'm thinking about putting this in my standard traveler's notebook, and if I can get through this video speedy quick and I have enough time at the end, I will show you what that looks like. I do know from other people's videos that this is more of what we would call a wide traveler's notebook insert and an A5 slim. So again, comparable to the Jibun Techo. And because I do have a little bit of a wider traveler's notebook, I think I might be able to sneak this in. I'm hoping. We'll see how it goes. All right, so this comes with 2 bookmarks. We have a golden one and a gray one here. They're very skinny mini. They remind me of the Moleskine, so they're not as nice as the Leuchtturm ribbons. Those ones are just a little bit nicer, and I tend to use those a little bit more. These ones might get on my nerves, and I might have to cut them off. Cut them off. So we do have 2024 here in the front, and then of course on the side as well. Nothing on the back. On the inside, we just have this nice cardstock here in the beginning. And the pages are cream colored. I don't know how it's coming off on camera. These are the things that came on the inside. This looks like a promotion for some other product. And of course it's in another language, so I can't read it. Unfortunately, Amazon Japan and Amazon US don't really care about giving all of the details, so I'm not entirely sure what type of paper is in here. It's definitely thicker than Tomoe River paper. I'm not going to say it's not the thicker Tomoe River paper. For those of you who don't know, it comes in like 52 GSM and I think 68, which is a little bit thicker, but it's a nice quality paper. It feels very smooth. I think my pen is just going to glide across this like it's a beautiful lake, and that makes me happy. So we have cream colored paper on the inside. And then we have our year at a glance. So we have the actual year 2024 that this planner is for, and then 2 years after that and 1 year before. So we're technically in October of 2023 right now. There's some lines down here for you to write something like maybe an email address if lost. Please contact situation here, or you know, just some phone numbers that you want to remember. I always have my niece memorize rather my number and her mom's number in case of an emergency, and that has come in handy because sometimes her phone is dead and she'll be like at a football game or something and she needs to call for a ride. So I also need to memorize numbers because you never know. Then we go to the yearly plan here, and we have Sundays and holidays in red, which is true to form for most Asian planners. I don't think I've ever owned an Asian planner, including some Korean planners where Sunday isn't in red. They're always in red. Saturday's not always marked, but definitely the Sundays. This is nice and big. So I always point that out to people because my mom is definitely one of those people I have to test planners against. If she says it's too small, it's too small, but she might actually be able to use this. These numbers are nice and big. So you don't get any other year except for 2024 in here, which is totally fine, but I do have another planner that has the year after as well. So this is a December start. This is a big deal for us planner people because sometimes we don't make it till January, or we don't want to make it till January. We want to move into our planner as soon as possible. So I can't remember off the top of my head, but there is a Jibun Techo that starts in December, and I believe one that starts in November. So this one you can actually start using in December, a month before the new year. And this is beautiful, you guys. This is a very clean looking planner. So let's see what we have. We have December up here written numerically, and then it's written out here. It's not actually in Japanese. Is this Japanese? It's not written anywhere on here in Japanese. Then we have the year over here to the right. I might put some zoomed in pictures of this just in case you want to see it closer. We have smaller grid here. Now I do have this. This is by, you probably won't be able to see it, but this is by Dear Lily Designs. You can get these on Etsy, or you used to be able to. That's where I got mine. This says 3.7 millimeter, 4 millimeter, and then 3.5. So when I'm lining this up, it says that this is pretty much 3.5 millimeters. And somebody I read, I was watching Japanese videos. There was a lot on the Nolty, and of course, they're in Japanese, so I was reading them. They were nice enough to put English within the video. They said that this was the same grid, a 3 millimeter, as the Jibun Techo. And when they said 3 millimeter, I was like, that's really tiny. So what I think they might have meant is 3.5, which I believe is the same in the Hobonichi Weeks. And I think someone told me that in the Hobonichi original is actually a little bit bigger and it's 3.7. Is that true? Let me know down below. This is a Monday start, which makes me very happy. Again, you'll see that Sunday is very, very, like, it's kind of mute, but it's in red. So that's really nice because it's just not this intrusive, crazy bright red all the way down. In the Jibun Techo, the whole thing, like the background is colored red as well, and so is Saturday, but that is in blue. So this is a little bit more muted. I think it's kind of like that as well in the Jibun Techo Light, and I'm mentioning that a bunch because, again, I mentioned that is comparable to this, as well as the fact that I was going to buy that. It was between that and this was actually cheaper by, I think, about $7 or something like that. So I was like, I've always wanted a Nolty, I'm gonna get it. And I love this, it's beautiful. So you have some space over here on the side if you wanted to put a tracker long ways this way. There's space down here for some notes or goals. This is really nice, you guys. I'm loving it. Okay, so off to the side here, we do have the weeks. So this is week 48, 49, 50, 51, and 52. Very small, but very nice. We do have moon phases for those people who are interested in that. And it looks off to the side that they have the actual, like the number translated as well. Just like up here, Monday is translated too. All right, so we have 1 month before the new year, the full year of 2024, and then I believe 3 months after the year. So January, February, and March in the monthly. So you get 1 month before and 3 months after the new year. And then in the weeks, I believe it only goes from December to December. So we are going to check that. So up at the top here, any week that falls between 2 months, they show November and December, which is really nice. But off to the side here, they just go with the higher month. So it says 12. And that's true all the way on the side here. We have 9, 8. You can see that this is 7 and 8, but they go with 8. Some planners will put both, but this one just puts the highest month. Down here we have a month at a glance, and they give you 3 months, so the month you're actually on, and then 2 months after. And it's teeny tiny, so I'm okay with that. Sometimes it's overkill and it's a lot bigger. I really don't like how in the, I was going to say Midori, in the Traveler's Company monthly insert, it takes up like this whole thing, and that makes me very unhappy. So this is just nice, it's not intrusive, and I really like that. And that's true of the Hobonichi weeks as well. Up here at the top, we have what week we're on. So this says week 48. So this does start in December. Here's December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. They do give you 4 days of November just because that's how the week falls. You have 2023 up at the top. So that's what year we're in right now. Again, you have 12 over to the side here. And then you have Monday through Sunday written in English and in Japanese. Oh, and this is a really nice feature, which I will pull up to show you a little bit closer. So right here, you can see that you have 2 numbers. This one says 331-34. So the first number is what day of the year this is. So December 27th, a Monday, is day 331. And then it tells you how many days left you have in the year, which is 34. Is that not snazzy? Oh my gosh, they just think of everything and I love it. So if ever you wanted to know, hey, how many days do I have left in the year? You don't have to go and ask Google. You don't have to do that math as an English major. You can just go to your planner and it will tell you. That is so snazzy. And again, we have Sunday here in red, and they have marked off these days in gray at the top here and at the bottom. And then again, Sunday has this patch of red. So it looks like the time ladder over here starts at 6:30 and it goes till 22 because it's military time, which is what? I'm going to say 10 p.m. So I'll pull that up again so that you can see there that you go ahead and you start. Here's 7. So that I'm going to call 6:30. So if you're someone who has to get up at 5 or 5:30 on some days, there's still space up here for you to go ahead and write in some information there, like woke up early and went to work, which is really nice, and I appreciate that you still have that. And if you're someone that has a nighttime job or maybe a couple days a week you have to wake up late, there's space down here for you to go ahead and pencil that in. So I really appreciate the flexibility here. This does remind me a lot of the Hobonichi original, the A5. This is a very clean, really nice layout. But again, I think it's more comparable to the Jibun Techo Lite. I do like that they gray this area out though. So if you're someone who's not going to be like working on anything at this time or this time, you can just focus here. I've seen some really cool bullet journal people who will draw this out, and I'm just not that person. That's why I wanted something that was already predated, and they will go ahead and they will gray in these areas they're not using, and now I don't have to do that because it's already done for me, so that's really nice. I do like how this is very clean down here. In the Jibun Techo Biz, it's got like little smiley faces and other things down here. And you kind of just, work with the layout, but this can be anything you want. You can just put to-dos all the way down here for this week if you didn't want to use this section and you wanted to turn this and make it like a tracker for the week or something. So that is really nice. You can also fit some smaller sticky notes down here if you wanted to do that, because I am like sticky note crazy. So this is a beautiful planner. I am so excited about this, you guys. All right, so we start 1 month before the new year. And then you get the full year here. And as you can see, this is the first day of the year. So New Year's is in red. So holidays are in red in this planner. They are not in my look term, and I am just fine with that. But it's important to note. And then we go to, so you get the whole year from December to December. So here is December 31st, and they do give you 5 days of the new year of January 2025, just because that's how this week falls. And again, you'll see here that New Year's is in red because it's a holiday, so that's very nice. And I'll pull this up one more time so that you can see that December 31st of 2024, it will say that this day is day 366. So there are 366 days in 2024, and that there are 0 days left in the year. I just think that's a really awesome, really cool feature, and I'm just loving that I have that. That is pretty snazzy. So directly after December, you have these gridded pages in the back here. I believe I counted 31. Very nice, and they're open, so you can do whatever you want with them, but they do have these little marks off here to the side so you can divide the page. And I believe I counted 11 down and 6 across. So if you needed to make some type of a grid, you certainly could do so, but again, there's 11 down, and then here, 6 across, and it's just really nice to be able to line up your, your ruler. It makes it easy for you, speedy, quick. You can, you know, line it all the way across the page too as well. And then I like that there's this blank space up here at the top so that you can write a header for each of these pages. So that's a nice amount, 31. So certainly enough that if you wanted to do a spread per month, back here just of, like if you were going to just make this your main planner, this is probably not going to be my main planner, it's my second one, but you could go ahead and put January across here and put all of your, like your monthly task list in here, which is pretty awesome, and then still have some pages over if you wanted to do a small collection. Very nice. And then of course you have what I call those Googleable pages in the back. They're colorful and beautiful. I usually just take like sticky notes, or I'll take a piece of paper and cut it down to size, and I'll just write on these. And it's not that serious. There is some grid down here at the bottom, so I might do a pen test in another video, because again, I wanted, gosh, we're already on 17 minutes. I kind of wanted to show you guys what this would look like in a traveler's notebook, but maybe that's going to have to be a different video because I do want to keep this short. In the back here, oh, so I said something about in the front here you could put like phone numbers or whatever you wanted, which you certainly can do right here, but they have a whole, I forget that this is always in the back of Asian planners. So you have name, telephone, address, office, and then again another telephone number, so you have space to do stuff here. You have a ruler off to the side in centimeters. And I like this plastic because you can put stuff in here if you needed to, like just to store stuff. This is where all of that was. You do have a pen loop. So here's my pen. This is a friction pen. There's that. And you do have another pocket here, which I love. So you can put a stencil or something else. It's still not my favorite cover because it's kind of cheapy, but for 24 bucks, I'm not really going to cry about that. Here we go. Fits nice and flush with the planner. And there's plenty of space in here. So if you have a grip on your pen, you should be fine with this pen holder. Very nice. I love that. So the other thing I wanted to mention is if you wanted to carry this, you might want to, I don't know, run an elastic around this because it would probably open in your bag or your purse, and then your pages might bend. If you're going to use a pen here, be aware that tabbing this off might become a situation. So you might want to tab the top or even the bottom instead, but that looks really nice. I don't mind that. It's very simple, very clean, very business, right? Yeah, Nolty, I finally have one, woohoo. Now, when I was looking at these, I was concerned that these are going to be skinny mini. I think it'll be okay, but if I don't like this or I find that it is too small, I might try the A5 at some point. I'm not going to say I'm going to run out and buy one right now, but they do look very narrow. It's not too bad, but at first I did honestly get nervous. So there's that. Okay, so that is my 20-minute, that's supposed to be speedy quick video on the new Nolty that I got. This is new to me. It's been around for a while. It says since 1949, and this is the first time I've ever bought one. This is gorgeous. I love it. I think it's going to be nice. I'll do another video talking about fitting this in and how it looks in a standard size traveler's notebook. But again, for those of you who might not watch that video, I would consider this a wide traveler's notebook insert and an A5 slim in general. Okay, all right, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I hope that this was helpful. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you soon. I'm so excited about my new planner. Bye.